All right, what's up, Internet? I'm here with Cat17, and well, I'll let her introduce herself. Who are you?
I'm Cat17. I'm an electronic pop musician from the Philly, Jersey area.
All right, and so is that just how you describe yourself, electronic pop, or like how would you describe your sound?
Uh, I feel like electronic pop is a pretty big umbrella. I would say
Yeah.
that with a mixture of like dark wave, some experimental,
Hmm.
um, industrial, I think, in some ways. But
Okay.
yeah, for the most part, I just say electronic pop.
Okay. And how long have you been making music?
About 3 years now, producing on my own. I produce everything by myself, write everything, sing everything on my own. But I started singing since I could talk, basically,
Hmm.
and did a lot of performing as a kid, singing on stage, all different stuff. So my whole life, but professionally, it's been like the last 3 years.
Okay. And what made you decide to make music?
Uh, Well, just having such a musical childhood and family and just upbringing in general. Um, when I was 18, I just wanted to take a break from music and kind of get away from it. And something sparked in me. Basically, I was offered a gig to do like acoustic sets with someone at this
Hmm.
restaurant, and the restaurant ended up shutting down. But the fire was kind of restarted back in me to start music again, and I started doing covers and then just went full force and was like, "You know what? I think I'm just going to teach myself how to produce and make the music that I want to make."
Okay. And why'd you call yourself Cat17? Where'd the 17 come from?
Well, my name is Catherine. Everyone calls me Cat, and
Hmm.
17 is a number that follows me. So
Okay.
it's in a bunch of different areas of my life. And I had a few other stage names before, and I was like, 17 is my thing. I have a tattoo of it. So I'm like, Cat 17.
Okay. And musically, who would you say influences you?
I pull from a lot of different influences, I would say. I'm surprisingly, like, I grew up on a lot of, like, pop and R&B.
Hmm.
I think a lot of, like, West Coast rap inspires me as well. Some big ones, though, would be Grimes and, like, Crystal Castles, Britney Spears, Mariah Carey,
Okay.
and, I also like bands like Tool and just all different all over the place, but for the most part, I just really like to stick to a lot of, like, electronic artists.
Okay. So you've teased that a new full length album, right? You've been mentioning it.
Yes, I have a little bit.
Okay, so when do you think it'll be done? When will it be out?
Um, I I'm taking I need to go back into the incubator and kind of make some more stuff, so I'm hoping by around Christmas time or maybe by the new year. I
Okay,
definitely would drop some singles before then.
okay, and if there's anything like done, what can you tell us about it?
Um, it's definitely a lot clearer, poppier. My last album, Solace in Warfare, was very just like dreamy, atmospheric,
Right,
and just kind of supposed to be weird and sonically crazy. This is going to be a lot more like fine tuned, but still without, we won't lose the edge. But yeah.
right. On your last album, I do have to ask about one song that I thought was really neat. I I'm not gonna pronounce it right though. The one about the dark fairy folk.
Oh,
Or
that was actually my first EP.
oh, that was your first EP. Okay, my
Yes.
mistake.
No, it's okay. It's Gwithian March.
Say it one more time.
It's Gwithian March.
Okay.
I believe. Yes, it's from Welsh folklore. The Gwithian
Yeah.
are, like, fairy folk that live in the forest, and I think they're supposed to it's been a while since I researched this, but it
Gotcha.
was, I just wanted to find, like, a cool mythical being that wasn't always
Hmm.
talked about. Everyone always talks about
Yeah,
fairies,
I mean,
like
I've never heard of
vampires
that
and
one. So I'm
yeah,
like,
and I'm
what is
Welsh,
that?
so I try to, like, pull from some type of ancestry.
Okay, that's cool. So, okay, I believe you did like your first live show not that long ago, right?
Uh, my first live show was in October of 2023. It was at
Yeah.
an event that I ran. and I've
Okay.
done about 5 shows since then.
Okay, so like the first time you did a show, walking on the stage for your first time, like what was going through your head?
Uh, to be honest, I was so close from chickening out. There was I said that that was a, event that I ran myself with a
Mhm.
really good friend of mine, so it was a lot of pressure in general. Anyone who, like, runs events understands it's like your mind is in a bunch of different places, and I was so close to just being like, "You know what? I can't do this." But I went out there, and I will say I am one of the people that kind of blacks out on stage a little bit, so I
Okay.
can't really tell you exactly what was going through my head. I think probably just that I need to nail this.
Okay. And then you did a show like last week, right?
I did. I did a show on a boat in Atlantic City. That was so fun.
How did that go?
That was really good. Yeah, I was afraid because I get motion sickness, but I was good.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
that was
understand. I
fun.
live on an island. Being on a boat's not always easy.
Oh, you do? Where do you live?
I'm on an island off the coast of Maine.
Hmm,
Takes an hour and a half boat ride together.
that's really cool. I went to Maine, like, 2 summers ago. It was great.
It's cool. Do you have any more shows planned for this year?
Um, Not at the moment. I may be
Okay.
doing a birthday show at a friend's house, like a house show next month.
Mhm.
But other than that, I think it's just time for me to start working on new stuff and just come back with better and stronger.
All right, cool. What would you say is your biggest struggle as an artist?
Um, I would definitely say I struggle big time with procrastination and
Mhm.
just I've learned a lot about myself, like producing on my own. I've learned a lot about my work ethic and kind of what works for me and what doesn't.
Mhm.
And also just like getting in your head of like, I'm not good enough and I can't do this. It's like the worst thing ever.
All right. This is a little bit off the wall. If you were an animal, what kind would you be and why?
It's a tough one. I think I'm gonna say either like dolphin or owl.
Dolphin or an owl? Okay.
I feel like I'll go with owl because
Okay.
'cause I'm definitely a night owl. Um, and they're just cool, and I don't know. It just I have a feeling for it. I feel like
All
they're
right.
really cool animals, and I've been told that. People have said if they thought I was an animal, I'd be an owl, so
All right. Um, where can people follow you and stay up to date with what you're working on?
They can follow me on Instagram at cat17x, cat17x.
Hmm.
SoundCloud under cat17. I will be releasing my last album on Spotify at some point before the next year. So I have one track on Spotify right now, mostly SoundCloud for the moment, Instagram, Spotify.
All right. Was there anything we haven't talked about that you wanted to?
I don't think so. I just really appreciate you having me on.
No, no problem. And what message do you have for anybody who watches us?
Uh, Keep listening to music and supporting local artists and going to local shows because it makes all this stuff happen.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for coming on. This was short and sweet, and nothing wrong with that.
Of course.
All right. You
Thank
have a
you so
good
much,
night.
Eric.
Yeah,
You
no
too.
problem. Bye.